Hey everyone, welcome to the final part of the 6th Fan Arts Challenge. What better way to finish off the series by just going back to what I am used to and what my style is like. This character is probably going to be very obscure or unknown to most people watching because this comes from a Japanese RPG series called Xenosaga and also appeared in the more recent Xenoblade. If you're not familiar with this character, you'll realize that she is quite scantily clad. The memes behind Japanese character designs, this character is basically the epitome of it. She's supposed to be a cyborg, but she just looks very revealing, so to speak. More so if you decide to compare her to other android female characters. Recent examples would be something like 2B from Nier Automata. So I did have a lot of trouble trying to keep her very PG-13. There's not much to it, but if you're looking to get a detailed breakdown of my thought processes and techniques, you could look into the description down below for my tutorial series. I want to finish off this series by talking about a topic that's kind of unrelated to this piece. More so, it's the idea of talent. Because I believe some people were interested to hear what I have to say regarding that, I will always tell people that I am going to admit I am not remotely talented. I always repeat this story because I hope that other people kind of get inspiration from it and where I came from, and generally speaking, I try my best not to put myself out there because I believe the art always speaks for itself. But in this case, I will shed some light on where I came from. I was a guy who just started drawing when I was around 17 and 18 years old. I was never a child prodigy, and generally speaking, Asian families try to push kids towards sciences and maths, and it wasn't an exception for me. Art was not even on my radar until much later in high school. By the time I got into college years, I got into my art college with the worst mark of my year. I even have proof of that, and it was very apparent that even if you take the numbers out of the equation, when I looked at the classmates around me, I was simply very far behind skill-wise. So when I tell people that I always prioritize hard work over everything else, I mean it. Even if you believe in the idea of talent, it is very obvious that talent will never reach its potential if there's no work involved. But I do believe that art is something that everybody can learn with enough hours put into the craft. So try your best to not feel too negative if in the current situation you might feel people around you are just more talented. I've been there. I literally had an entire school that was just so much more talented than I am. And even to this day, I know there are a lot of people who came out just doing so much better than me because they had a better starting point. But for me, I just worked as hard as I can and see where I end up. And it's just not helpful to worry too much about things beyond your control. So what other people are doing, you just have to focus on yourself and be confident that you will be able to reach your artistic goals or any other goals really with time. Don't beat yourself up too much over it, and just try your best, because really that's all you can hope for, is to just control what you can do and your effort in what you want to do. Of course, I always advocate as well working as smart as you can, and that varies between everybody, and I trust that everybody has their own way of understanding how they learn the best. A big reason why I chose to do 6 different styles for this challenge is because I learned the best by just trying a ton of different things. My philosophy behind it is that I wouldn't know whether I like something or not until I try it, and there's always something to learn from every different style. Even within this challenge, I learned quite a bit of what I want to do and what I can bring from other styles into my current style. Now, of course, everybody has their own way of learning, but for me, I definitely recommend just trying out different styles and doing your best to replicate some of the styles that you might be influenced by. So if you're into cartoons, just do one piece where you're into just the cartoon style, or if you want to go for anime, just see what you can bring from that world, and eventually you start mixing and matching all the preferences that you have, and you also eliminate what you don't like from each style, and eventually it creates your own style from the decisions you make. Hopefully that makes sense, and I hope that you found this series very enjoyable and educational. I'll let you watch the rest of the video yourselves, but as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.